and welcome to SportsVision, the magazine on WTMB. Joe Palo, along with Mike Cragen and Bear Cragen, as we've got a lot of wrestling action for you.
Great show today. Great special
basketball.
Show.
Yeah.
An hour. Stick around.
Exactly.
Did you know that the cost of your diabetes testing supplies are covered by Medicare?
I do know that. Wilford? What's his name, Brumley?
Just I tell you, if you haven't seen that commercial yet, I'm sick of it, aren't you?
You know, the thing is that guy, he's done a lot of things, acting.
But he hasn't wrestled, and he hasn't wrestled for Bradley.
You
or
don't
Cleveland.
know that.
We have a special show today, 1 hour, lots of action for you. We're going to make you hang on to the end of the show, though, because it's great stuff, and you're going to see it here. We also had rivalry week again, Ocoee and Lake Forest on the basketball court in the 7th and 8th grade, girls and boys. And if we've got time, we're going to try to show you the Lake Forest Ocoee student body match at Lake Forest this time. So we've got to get after it real quickly. Joe's going to take off with the 7th grade
I'm going to take I'll see you later.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go, 7th grade. This is girls action. Ocoee Middle and Lake Forest. You can see the introductions, as they say right there. Everybody being introduced to the crowd as the teams get ready to play. First blood now would be number 40, Leanne Brewer. She posts up, knocks down 2. And we move on. Ocoee would answer now. Give and go here. Holly German off the feed from Macy Logston as the game is tied right there. Ocoee D now. Macy Logston steals the ball, sets up Andrea Spencer for 2, as you'll see right there. And here's the shot, up and in. Boop. All right. Logston now would set herself up this time. She goes coast to coast, 7-2. Ocoee Middle would be in the lead. Dribbling down, looking a lot better dribbling the ball than Steve ever did. Trust me.
Or Kelly for that.
Or Kelly for that matter. Exactly. Brewer now gets her second basket to stop the Ocoee run right there. Abigail Pippinger draws iron, but gets the bounce for Ocoee. Boom. And then right in. Good job. Nice jumper now by Lake Forest. The Lady Bruins, Megan Pace, pacing herself now as the game gets going.
New York City.
Pippinger responds off the miss, and we've got Ocoee up 11-6, as you can see, after 1. Now, the first blood for from the second quarter. It's Ocoee. Maisie Logston from Ecuador, Honduras. It doesn't really matter. It was a long shot. Brittany Latham answers for Lake Forest, as you'll see. Ocoee now. Watch the inbounds play. Pippinger hits again, up and in. Just like that, nothing but net. Pippinger off the glass now, saying I'm going to get a little shot off the glass. 2 more, doesn't really matter. But Logston now would get 2 more for Ocoee Middle.
Quicker than her dad, too.
Oh, yeah.
And mentally quicker, even.
And here we go. Logston again as she spots up for the jump shot. Good job. Good hustle here for a loose ball by German. And look at that. Oh, my goodness.
Nice move.
Logston again, driving for 2 more. It's the Macy Logston show. Up and in. Good job. 28-8. Count them. Ocoee up at the half. Second half action. 3 points. Holly McCracken-Corn, and I don't care for Lake Forest. A minute later, from Flagstaff, Arizona, yes, it's Brooke Willis for 3. And here we go. Andrea Spencer now would hit a baseline J to stop the run, as you'll see.
That's Coach Spencer's daughter, by the way.
Looking good. Nice play, Pippinger, as she steals the inbounds and hits the J. It's 36-15 Ocoee after 3, as you can see. We move on, fourth quarter action. Pippinger again as she opens up the scoring here. Brewer answers inside for Lake Forest. Heather Trotter now hits a basket and a foul. Lake Forest, you know her family, and we move on. J.C. Waters hits 2 for Lake Forest. Oh my goodness, Alex Lewis with a jumper for Ocoee Middle. Ocoee wins 44-25, 7th grade girls action. We move on to boys.
And we're just going.
7th grade.
Look at that.
First score of the game, Ethan Lynn.
Well, you got to let him run in.
Well,
Ethan Lynn.
Oh, did I not say the intros? I didn't know we were introing the guys.
Oh, yeah, look at him come out.
Intro the girls, intro the guys. You got to do it. It's only fair. And we have them come in now.
Equal opportunity show we have.
Exactly. Ethan Lynn right here for the first score of the game. Right there. Nathan Scoggins now would make it 4-0 Bruins.
No relation to the short guy Brad.
No, although he's already taller than Brad. Lynn again. It's 6-0 now, Lake Forest. All right. Ocoee's Colby Owenby would hit for the home team. 2 points right there. Trent Harrington hits, makes it 6-4 now, as you'll see. 6-4. Now Brandon Fisher would steal for Lake Forest, goes all the way. Now watch this, gets the foul, gets the shot, up and in, good foul right there. Nice job. Lynn Out front again. Look at this. Oh my goodness, layup up and in. 2 more. All right, here we go. Trent Nunley, 2 for the Colts. Good shot.
He's also much quicker than his father.
Exactly.
A lot
Jake
of kids
Smiley, 4 right here. All right, 10-8. You'll see after 1 quarter of play. Second quarter action. Kyle Herron on the break for Lake Forest. Up and in. 2. Lynn would hit a jumper from top of the key. Oop. All right, we're moving on. Cody Visage now. Good looking shot here. Oh yeah, just like I would do it. Visage feels a 3, and guess what? He gets it.
Put a smile on old Buster's face there, didn't he?
21-8 now. Lake Forest at the half, as you will see. Third quarter action now. It's Lynn again on the break. Looking good. Kyle Pierce, basket and foul. Nice body control by Pierce. Visage, loose ball. He'll get it and gets the basket for the Bruins. Good shot. Zane Kirkpatrick, 2 for Ocoee Middle right here, as you'll see. Good shot there. Jemias Whitaker, 4-2 for Ocoee Middle. And so it's looking good here.
You might as well give up if you're inside against him.
You're exactly right. I was glad you said that. Fisher again for Lake Forest. And then we have Whitaker, 2 more.
See?
29-17 Lake Forest after 3, as you will see. All right, fourth quarter action. Connor Hamilton, we know his mom and dad, gets 2 right there. And
he's
the foul.
He's our vet.
He is. Visage responds inside. Herron.
That is our vet.
On the break. Lays in 2 more. Ben Burrell, nice drive through traffic, up and in for 2. Cody Burrell, different person. Good shot though, little scoop.
Nice.
Good shot. Herron now for the Bruins. Will score 2 more. Jared Gregory, late basket for Ocoee Middle. 42-27 Lake Forest 7th grade boys over the Ocoee Middle boys.
How about that? Hey, some great action, and we've got even more. Quickly, though, Andrea Spencer, that is Joe Spencer's daughter. We kiddingly last time, Mr. Spencer was a joke. We called him a grandpa because he's, you know, he had him a little late in life. But he could be a grandpa. But, you know, it's his daughters, and they're darn good. She's good.
Yeah, she is.
And he's a great coach. He's got a
That's why she's good.
No, 700 some. I don't know how many wins he's got. One of the winningest coaches in the county.
He's got, I think, like 2 more than I do.
Yeah, at least. Here we go. We've got 8th grade basketball. We're going to keep moving on if our big man up there's ready. We've got a great show for you. This is a 1-hour show, and stick around because we got the Cleveland-Bradley match for you. But first of all, we're moving on to the 8th graders in this rivalry between Ocoee and Lake Forest. This is girls action, girls intros. First blood right here, and it's Ocoee's Haley Irvin. She's going to be a good one. And the foul right there. Starts the game with the traditional 3-point play. She sinks the free throw. Steal by Brooke Hamby. Do we remember that name from the last time these two played? I think so. Brooke Hamby right here will make it 5-0 for Ocoee. And this girl right here likes it. Check her out. She kind of wanted on TV right here. She got it. She got it. We're going to see more of her later. Hamby, again, the layup, left hand. Look at that. Good job. And Lacey Allen, she's going to be tough. I'll tell you, watch this girl coming up in the ranks. She's going to be a good high school player. Knocks down a 3 on the break. Irvin, 2 more. Another one to watch here in the future years for this area. And Katie Davis right here. Check this out by Katie. Good shot. Number 35. Hamby now will steal right there. Look at that. You weren't watching me. I snuck up behind you. I took the ball. I put it in the basket. I gave us 2 more points. Here we go. How about a close up this time? All right, she's a sweetheart. 18-6 right now is your score at the quarter. Allen's going to hit first basket of the second right there as she posts up inside. Irvin now hits off the inbounds play as Ocoee on all cylinders. This is a great 8th grade team right here. Kayla Lawson, first points of the half though for Lake Forest.
That was a good
right there. She will put it in. Allen now, nice post up. Look at that. Turn around, jump inside, off the glass, using it all. Allen at the buzzer. Right here, look at this. Listen to the buzzer. Right there it is, 26-11.
The buzzer?
Yeah, close. All right, here's our little sweetheart again.
Keep watching Channel 5. I'll be on TV on Thursday, Friday, and Sunday.
She's going to be on TV Thursday, Friday, and Sunday because she knows when SportsVision airs, and she is going to be watching this week for sure. Third quarter, first blood, Caitlin Eldridge. Big sister plays on the Bearettes. Here we go. Lacey Allen hits a three. Check that out. Man, that's from a long distance.
Come on.
Allen heating up now. Look at her.
Good.
She
my goodness.
is tough. Is that not a good shot from long distance? Hamby again.
I'd put somebody out on
Right there.
Allen.
Good shot. Well, I'll tell you, this is a great shooting team. Hamby, again, look at this out front this time. They run well, they pass well. This is a really good 8th grade team right here for Ocoee. Lake Forest, 3 from Sarah Kirkpatrick right there. 38-20 after 3 quarters. Fourth quarter, Lake Forest now actually gets first blood. This will be Shelby Bishop, and she'll get it then followed by Casey Brownfield right here for a jumper. And Laura Whitehead for Ocoee will score underneath inside. That was a good inbounds play. Ocoee's Davis now with a turnaround jump. Good. Ocoee wins 8th grade girls 43-25. Moving on to the boys right here. We're going to probably do our intros. Yep, I should know that. I edited it. Right, here we go. And this is the intros. There we go. Lots of students there at this match. This is fun age. You all don't know how much fun you're having right now.
That explains.
That's right. Lake Forest first blood. Chris Murphy. This guy can play too. Pay attention to him in the future. Chris Murphy, nice jumper by number 30. He'll hit another basket right here. Look at number 30. Keep your eye on him. Good pass to him. Off the glass. Micah Hawkins now is going to hit for Ocoee as they try to claw back in. There it is. Good. Nothing but net. Aaron Cochran hits a 3.
Got some nice furniture.
There we go. Hawkins right here. Hawkins on the steal. Good job.
Oh my goodness. Look at this.
Comes up. It's in.
Good shot, bro.
Lake Forest up 9-8 after 1. So we got a pretty good game working right here. Cochran now for Ocoee. Giving them the first lead right there. Hawkins off the glass. Coming up, there it is. So Ocoee starting to stretch it out a little bit. Cody Gonzo gets one for Lake Forest, so he'll try to get it back in. And Cochran's going to drive to the basket here for 2. Check it out. Good little underhand shot. And Bo Bynum with the reverse layup. Check that. That's kind of sweet.
Oh, yeah.
Underneath, reverse. Murphy. Murphy will post up. And you're not going to stop him down low. Tough player right there. Tied at 16 at the half, so we got a great game going right here in the 8th grade. Third quarter, first blood off the inbound. Jamie Harper for 3 for Ocoee. Murphy now answers underneath, and Murphy's going to put Lake Forest back ahead as Ocoee playing lights out here as Lake Forest did win the first go around pretty easy. Steal by Bynum. He's going to hit Murphy. Check this out. Good combination right here. Bynum, good ball handler. Murphy, good finisher. Bynum again. Right here is going to knock the ball away. He's going to get it. He's going to find, guess who? Murphy out front. So that combination working strong right now. Ryan Castile says, enough of this nonsense. I'm going to score for Ocoee. Castile back to the basket right here, but there it is underneath, and it's in, and Lake Forest leads 25-24 after 3. Fourth quarter, Murphy's going to hit the Lake Forest right there. Good shot, and Cochran's going to answer. Look at this right there. And Taylor Bryant, though, is going to keep going right here. He's going to race by everyone. See, they forgot about him. Cochran hits. Bryant takes the ball all the way down and scores. Murphy off the inbounds here. Number 30 gets it low. He's going to score. He does just that. Cochran hits 2 more. Having a great game for off the rebound.
35-30 now. Lake
Off
Forest.
the rebound, 2 more. 35-30 Lake Forest. You got it right. 38 seconds left. Bynum to Murphy combo. Works again. And a foul. And he would hit the free throw to give him a 10-point edge. So pulling away late is Lake Forest. It catches a little iron, but it goes through. Cochran nails a desperation 3 right here. But as time expires, 41-34, Lake Forest would win a good contested 8th grade ball game. So lots of great action right there and great rivalry week. That is easy for me to say. I knew that was coming. I knew it was coming. 10 times, whatever that was. Hey, we got a lot of more great action to show you. Some good stuff coming up. We're going to take us a commercial break. You're not going to want to miss what we've got to show you now.
Save money the easy way by doing it yourself with a new sewing machine from Southern Sewing Machine. Southern Sewing offers Janome machines at special pricing. Many machines in the store as low as $129. We also carry vacuum cleaners, and we service what we sell. New vacuum cleaners starting as low as $79 and used vacuum cleaners as low as $39. Call or come by Southern Sewing Machine next to AutoZone at 227 Keith Street in Cleveland.
Baby, I'm so bored. You almost done?
Why doesn't Hardee's give away toys with their burgers? Because a blown 65 El Camino doesn't fit in a paper bag. Hardee's Angus Beef Thick Burgers. Too thick for little boys, so they don't come with little toys.
There you are, lounging in your lounge chair.
How are you doing?
Great, how are you doing?
All right.
Now, what are all those keys for?
Good.
Every door?
Thumbs up to
buddy.
Thumbs up to Coach Moppin.
Hey, don't forget, 1 hour special here today on SportsVision.
Stick around.
We're going to move on now. We've got some middle school wrestling, Lake Forest to Coy Middle.
Student
This
body
happened-
match.
Student body match. This was Wednesday the 12th, I believe.
That's right, yesterday.
Yesterday. Here we go.
They're ready to
student
run
body.
out.
See all the. See, it's always packed out with student body because the whole school is there.
That's why they call it a student body match.
Oh, okay. All right. I got you.
Hey, look at the Bradley tradition. They're throwing them
you go.
out there in the middle just like the Bears do.
Around
You
and
bet.
Getting ready to. Of course, it's. Here we move.
Listen to the applause. She was good.
Never interrupt the national anthem.
no.
Learn.
Here we go.
The draw was 125, which was the first match. Josh Disney for Coy with a pin over Roman Hughes for Lake Forest, as you'll see.
You know,
and of course, Coach Disney.
That's
Dan
right.
Disney,
And you know
coach.
how those athletes always say, I'm going to Disneyland? He goes to Disneyland every night. when he
Every
goes home.
single night.
There you go.
Disney World, as Dan likes to call it. All right, here we go.
Disney's still after
And
it.
we've got the pin by Disney. We move
Coming
on
up.
here.
No, he's still coming up. He's almost pinned him the first time. He's coming up. There it is. There it is. There, he's going good. And is he going to get it here? Showing all the points, back points. He's still working him.
He's on top there, of course, with the pin right there. So we move on now, 131. And this is Lindsay Aragon for Coy Middle and Caleb Talent for Lake Forest. And I won't give it away like I did last time. I'll let you look and see here. So Aragon for Coy Middle and just manhandling Talent there for Lake Forest, trying to get him over for the pin. And
There it is.
There's the
Aragon.
pin. Aragon. 141 now. Clint Whitney for Coy Middle over Mason Metcalf for Lake Forest. And I'm going to tell you it was a pin. You see it coming up here in just a second. And it's right.
They have a lot of close ones. You got to remember, this is middle school. This is still him now. It's Clint. It's big
All right,
Clint.
come on.
He'll pin him.
See it coming around here.
But you know what? These type of matches,
No, it was almost.
it's embarrassing for these kids to lose in front of a student body. But these are the same kids that come back and state champions in high school.
Exactly. 151 now. Drake Jones for Coy Middle. Matt Roderick for Lake Forest. And
You remember Grayson Jones?
I do.
This is his brother.
I do. And tying him up here, going for a pin. Now, I won't tell you what the final score was or who won, but I'll tell you that coming up here in just a few.
There's
See right
the
there,
pin.
the pin. Jones over Roderick. All right.
We got the
Move on
forfeit
now.
here.
We've got 165, which was a forfeit. Matt Golden, as you'll see, for Lake Forest with the win. Forfeit. We move on to 185. Mark Hill, Lake Forest. Kevin Gregory for Coy Middle. And these
Back
boys
and
are getting
forth
a
on this
little bigger now. Pretty big boys here at junior high, 185 pounds. Strong. Look at this.
Yeah, they could whip you and I.
Easily. Kidding.
No.
There we go. I know you're not kidding.
I'm not kidding at all.
All right.
Still working with these two.
Got,
Still working with these two big guys. There we go. 185. And there's the
there it is.
victory. Lake Forest. won.
Decision 10-4. Lake Forest, Mark Hill with the win.
Now we're on to some
215.
real big guys.
Tyler Green, Lake Forest, and Dylan Mills for Coy Middle. Now, look at Green.
Look at that.
Trying to roll him over there to try and get the pin, and referee.
There it is.
Pin right there. And who's our ref there, Mike?
That is the guy. He used to be at UTC. I'm trying to remember his darn name.
All right. 76 pounds now. Ethan Haynes.
This little
Lake
guy.
Forest, and Taylor Sperlin of McCoy Middle.
This little guy's slick. He's going to be a stud. When he gets up there in the middle high school ranks, he's going to be a stud.
Now these little guys, Mike, can do this.
Well, that's probably true. 6-1, he won that.
6-1 by a decision.
On to the
All right,
next
move on to 83 pounds, Alex Oakley. And Kyle Baltimore, I should say. Oakley now, Lake Forest, Baltimore.
What was his mother's, Annie? Annie Oakley?
Yeah, Annie Oakley.
Yeah.
And Baltimore, his last name is Ravens, really. Kyle Baltimore Ravens. And we see now
He's
Oakley
still working on the pin.
for Lake Forest, trying, he
There
gets
it
the
is.
pin right there. So Oakley, Lake Forest with the win. 91 pounds now, Bradley Kobaugh for Lake Forest.
This guy.
And Vince Aguilar
Watch him.
for Accoy Middle. So Kobaugh here.
He's just a rough one. He likes to get out there and brawl. There's one more for Lake Forest coming up. It's really tough,
Look
too.
at this, look at this, look at this, look at this.
Bill
Referee
Kobaugh.
wiping it away, and oh, look at this right here. And it's right.
I think he's going to get it. I think he's going to get it.
There it is, pin by Kobaugh over Aguilar. Okay, we move on, 99 pounds now. Craig Hambry for Lake Forest, and Keith Ledford of Accoy Middle.
This is also a little bit back and forth to start out.
Now again, remember, student body match, so the entire school's there watching these guys as they go at it, and they want to win for their...
And that's tough. That's tough to be on the losing end of these. You got to give these kids credit. This is a sport where when you lose, it's apparent to everyone.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
And all eyes are on you.
That's
and
right.
your opponent.
That's right.
All right, move on here. Major decision, 12-3, Hambry over Ledford. 106 now, Logan Biddy. And go ahead, Mike.
Oh, I didn't have. Hey, you're listening out there. I know you're watching. I called his mother an old biddy as a joke. She's not old.
Tanner.
You know, she may be a biddy.
Tanner Smith for Accoy Middle, and she wouldn't take offense to that. She is a biddy.
That's right. And proud of it.
And so, but speaking of biddy, watch and see what happens here.
He's pretty good wrestler.
Biddy is having his way here with Smith, and Tanner Smith still likely name, huh? All right,
That's right.
the pin right there. We move on to 113.
This guy is,
David Graham.
he's going to be, now, you probably technically one of the soundest middle school wrestlers around. This kid's going to be tough. And he's going to go up for the Bears, so watch for him, Bear fans, not too long down the road. He's an 8th grader. He is going to be
Graham
tough.
for Lake Forest.
Yeah, Graham for
And
Lake
we got Adam McGordy of Accoy Middle, and Graham looking to pin his opponent. And referee working it.
There it
Pin
is.
right there. Okay, we move on. Last match of the night, 119. Knox Hagler for Accoy Middle. Hunter Gruba for Lake Forest. And see Hagler here. No relation to Marvin, I promise. And Hagler, ref wiping it away, 4-3 decision. Hagler over Gruber, and Lake Forest goes on to win 46-27 over
And it started out 24-0. Ocoee Middle wins the first 4. Lake Forest rips off all of them, but the last one
You
right
like the
there.
draw
And
thing?
there's some good coaches with Disney.
like the draw?
I do. Different pressure on different kids. It doesn't always the heavyweight. Just like in that last match that we're going to show you coming up. It came down to the last match. It wasn't the heavyweights in the Bradley Cleveland match. And speaking of that match, here it is. You've been waiting to see it. This thing is a great, great match. Thriller down to the end. Cleveland now with one of the best chances they've had. Bradley's, I think, had like 9 or 10 years in a row.
Doing a good job.
And he's doing a good job. But this is the year they got to get him because they lose a lot of seniors this year.
Right.
And Bradley, a young team. But the match was great. Stick around and watch this, folks. And Joe and I are probably going to check out right now. We'll see you next week. Enjoy this special presentation of the Bradley Cleveland Thriller last Thursday night.
Manila.
The draw dictated we started at 140 pounds, and the crowd was pumped up and ready to go. First matchup here, Travis Cragen of Bradley versus Matt Bricado of Cleveland. Takedown by Cragen in the first period. He would end up riding Bricado out and get a 2-0 lead in the first. Cragen with an escape here in the second period would end up scoring 3-0 in the match, and now he would end up having a takedown here off a sprawl. Bricado would try to hang on to the leg, a little reverse butt drag right there. Cragen would end up scoring 2 more here as he eventually works his way behind Bricado. And again, the crowd on hand was unbelievable. They were going absolutely crazy for every single match. Bradley favored to win this match. Cragen would get a takedown right here, and he would come out the back door with an Iranian, end up being able to roll him up here and score some points, put him on his back momentarily. It got a few back points right here. So Bricado putting up a great fight, but Cragen is going to come out on top of this match. Here he does score some back right here at this point, and Bricado does, however, escape any pin right there. Comes back out, another takedown by Cragen is starting to cut him loose now to try to build the score up, to score as many team points as possible. Cragen again would let him go right there for Bricado's second point, and then Cragen would get another takedown here on Bricado, and it would end up being a score of 11-2. And there it is. It was a major decision. Cragen 11, Bricado 2. Team score at this point after one match, Bradley 4, Cleveland 0. Match number 2 of the night was 145 pounds. This was an anticipated rematch between Mark Fuller and Jimbo Nichols, the finalists of the Bradley Invitational, and it was just as exciting. It was an overtime match at that point at the Bradley Invitational, and Fuller pulled out a very close decision on the takedown in overtime. This match would be just as close. Fuller attempting to take Nichols down right here to open up the match. He would go ahead 2-0 right here. Talk about two evenly matched kids. These kids go at it, and it is some of the most exciting wrestling that the fans got to see that night. Pivotal match. There were 3 matches at 145, 171, and 125 that were very key matches for both teams to win. Mark Fuller taking a 2-0 lead right here. Fuller would cut Nichols, and then the match stays tight all the way, as you see right here. This is Fuller trying to get a takedown, but Nichols runs him over right there, and he scores. So Nichols now takes the lead in this match 3-2. Nichols now in the top position for Cleveland. Fuller doing a switch right here. He's going to be successful, I believe, in just a moment to try to get some points. No, he's not. He ends up getting turned right here as Nichols would get some back points right here and take a lead. Now Nichols up pretty big on Fuller at this point as he scores some valuable back points for Cleveland, and they would be critical, as you'll see as the match winds down right here. Fuller, again though, this is second period now. He takes top, releases Nichols because he wants to try to stay on his feet with him. Feels like he can be successful in takedowns, and he started getting them at this point, as you'll see. He gets a takedown right here, I believe, on towards the edge of the mat. Right there it is. Squeezes his legs together. If the knees are together right there, they call that control and 2. So Fuller picks up 2 there. He decides to start staying on his feet. He releases Nichols right here again. And Nichols now with the lead with the help of those early back points right there that he ended up scoring. And Fuller trying to snap right here. He would move around behind. He would end up getting some points right here and then toss Nichols towards his back, and he would not get any back right there though. That was a call that was very close, and the referee did not have time to give a 2 count, so there are no back points scored. Fuller again decides to cut him after he had the control right there, and he is going to go for another takedown right here and sit him right in his lap on the edge of the mat, and there was not 2 given there, so there was a little bit of controversy as far as whether or not a couple points should have been awarded. However, it did appear that he was out of bounds right there, so good call by the referee. Right here now, Fuller is going to escape as Nichols took top at the beginning of that period. He scores 1 right there, does Fuller. Now Fuller is going to try and sprawl Nichols as Nichols takes a shot in. He would end up with 2. The match would end up being tied towards the end of the match. He would cut him, and there was about 45 seconds left. They went at it quite a bit. He could not end up getting an extra score right there, so it ends up being a scramble here to see who can finish this out and win at the end of the match. And it just ends up with with Nichols there picking up another 2. So at this point, again, as I said, this match would end up tied towards the end, and it ends up to be an 11-10 score. There's a reversal, so 2 and then 2 back again. Fuller and Nichols making it extremely exciting match for him. They're going to give him 2 right there. So controversy right there too as to whether that 2 should have been awarded. This, I believe, is the end of the match. Look at the Cleveland people in the background going crazy because that's one they had to have to beat Bradley this night, and they get it. And Mark Fuller wins by a score of Nichols wins by a score of 11-10. So Cleveland now has pulled to within a team score of 4-3 as Nichols wins by decision. Match number 3, 152 pounds, Justin Spain versus Michael Williams of Cleveland. Spain with Bradley. Spain, one of the higher ranked wrestlers in the state. He was supposed to win this match and win it big. Williams put up a good fight right here for Cleveland, but Spain, you'll see, with a takedown to begin the match right there off a front head, and then he will release Williams to try to build up his point lead so they can score the max amount of bonus points. It ends up being 2-1 after one. However, Williams fighting pretty well. Spain, however, will score points right here as he will get away from Williams and reverse him right here 2 more. So Spain up 4-1 at this point. Going to release Williams to try to build up the score for Bradley, and it's 4-2. Spain again now will get a takedown at the edge of the mat right there. There he is, squeezes them together. So legs, knees together, they count that 2 points and control. Spain with 2 more. And at the end of the period then, Spain up at this point 6-2. And it ends up being a final score of 12-3 right there as Justin Spain, major decision over Cleveland's Mika Williams, and Bradley now, his team score leads 8-3 over Cleveland. At 160 pounds, Bradley Central Stephen Crisp versus Derek Harrison of Cleveland. Harrison expected to get a pin. Cleveland needs a pin at this weight, and Harrison would set the tone right away in this match and go right out and do it. He would get an early takedown on Stephen Crisp, go to a cradle right here, take Crisp over to his back, and get a couple back points right there. Crisp would escape the pin at that moment, but again, Harrison working it hard, going after him, going to end up tying up another cradle right here, taking him back to his back, and Harrison, Derek Harrison, comes away with a big pin here momentarily for Cleveland as they, in the background, watch the Cleveland wrestlers. They are going to be excited because they know they needed 6 here with a chance to beat Bradley. There it is, the slap of the mat coming up right here after the referee gives him the 3. He is going to get the stick, and Cleveland, a big win right here at 160 pounds. Look at the anticipation of the wrestlers behind him right there as the stick comes right about. Come on, ref, slap the mat. There it is. Pin for Cleveland, and now Cleveland, with a pin out of 160 from Derek Harrison, takes the lead over Bradley Central in this thriller 9-8 team score as a pin by Harrison over Bradley Central's Crisp. And now it's time for the second of the 3 toss-up matches, the first being at 145 with Jimbo Nichols taking it, but this one at 171, Josh Heffington versus Tyler Bond. 171 pounds. This match was just as close as the 145-pound toss-up. Starting off right away, though, is Tyler Bond for Cleveland as he gets a takedown. And again, everyone knew that this match would be key, so watch the reaction of the Cleveland people in the background and the Bradley people in the stands if you can catch them right there and hear the noise working as it looked like Bond was going to pin Heffington right here early in the match. He ends up with the early takedown, turns Heffington over to his back. But this match would get tight and be very, very close at the end. As a matter of fact, before it was over, Heffington would take a reasonable lead right here. Here he is. He's going to get up. Heffington will for Bradley. He will escape right there to get one and then end up coming back here to center. Once they straighten it out, it's 5-1 Bond at this point, and Heffington needs to score and score quickly. Right here he gets a reversal, making it 5-3, so the match is starting to tighten up. There's a lot of ebb and flow, and which guy was in control was very often changing right here. Heffington on top, getting high in legs, as you can see. Bond would stay smart there, try to back out the back door right there and catch him by the head, and would put him in trouble, close to being put on his back and pinned. He does end up with a reversal right here, but it is out of bounds. See the edge of the circle right there? So there aren't any back points being given at that point because they are out of the circle. So very close to the mat right there. Heffington at that point needed that being that close. He tries a head throw now, and then Bond will come out and end up getting 2 off the attempt at the head throw. However, Heffington again would come back right here and escape. And he is going to end up tying the match with a takedown himself right here as he will finish a single leg right here as Heffington now would come around the back, score 2, the match tied at this point. Heffington on top, so usually easier to score from the bottom. However, he gets him in a nice tilt position, exposing the back here for a 5 count, which means Heffington now late in the match, only about 30 seconds to go, ends up with an 11-8 lead, looking to be in control right here. And he comes up, attempts to get a cradle in, and actually does have a pretty good cradle in right here. You'll see he'll come over the top, lock up the cradle, try to take him back for back points. He slips out of the grip right here, though, and ends up going to his back. So rather at 3, we'll tie it right here. However, Bond, with just seconds to go, will end up getting the pin. So Tyler Bond right here will turn the match around. Another key win for Cleveland, one that they had to have. So Tyler Bond right there with a dramatic pin for Cleveland. And Cleveland now starting to stretch their lead out over Bradley right there. And Bond of Cleveland pins Heffington. Team score now, Cleveland 15, Bradley 8. And it is just now starting to heat up. We move now to 189 pounds. Matt Brooking of Bradley Central versus Michael Hampton of Cleveland. Cleveland expected to win big right here. Michael Hampton right there early, starting the match with a takedown for 2 points, and he will dominate Brooking in this match. However, Cleveland hoping for 5 or 6 point individual points right here from Hampton. Brooking does do a good job, doesn't get put on his back, but does end up losing a major decision right here as Hampton getting the takedowns now, releasing his opponent Brooking, and Cleveland is going to end up taking this match right here by a score of 9-1. As you'll see, Michael Hampton right now working over Matt Brooking. Matt Brooking undersized, only about 165 pounds, wrestling at 189. So Hampton with a decided strength advantage and I believe a 4th-ranked wrestler in the state at this weight class. So Michael Hampton dominating right here. You can see the score in the background was 7-1. He's going to get another takedown here that will make it 9-1. There's the finish of the takedown. So Cleveland wins that match right there, and Cleveland goes with a victory for Michael Hampton. 9-1 right there. They extend their lead right now, so not looking good for Bradley Central at this point with that major decision from Hampton. The team score, Cleveland now building up a 19-8 lead, sitting right where they want to sit, it looks, as far as they're concerned. And I'll tell you what, we're going to let you know what happens in the exciting finish of this match right after this commercial break.
On its own, money is not smart. It needs instruction, guidance, like the kind offered at First Tennessee. Our financial professionals help you straighten out retirement plans, get a loan, plan for college, and get your financial goals in order, so your money has what it takes to wise up and work harder. And that's smart. First Tennessee, all things financial.
What do you do when your cash is low and you need groceries?
You got a cash emergency, you got a money mayday.
Check into cash.
What's Check into Cash?
It's a remarkable place to get instant emergency cash for a flat fee.
We cash your personal check and then we hold it till your payday.
Anytime you have an unexpected expense and need a payday advance, Check into Cash can make it happen.
Check into cash.
The next time you need quick cash for whatever reason, go to Check into Cash.
You got a money mayday.
Cash.
We continue on now, 215 pounds. Bradley Central's John Sibley versus Thomas Fulmer of Cleveland. And Bradley needed to start making a comeback and needed it now. Hoping for major points or a technical fall right here at 215, possibly even a pin. Fulmer does a great job of staying in the match right there, as you saw Sibley get a takedown. And here Fulmer ends up with an escape and a takedown right here. So he ends up getting some points against Sibley right there. Sibley expected to dominate. Bradley Central needing to start to get some wins right now and pile them up right here, or Cleveland was going to end up stealing this match away from the #1 ranked Bears. Right here, Sibley is down. He is going to end up getting a reversal right here, picking up 2 more points for his match right here against Thomas Fulmer. And John Sibley now coming back and starting to take control. However, Bradley, like I said, looking for some extra points right here in the match. Going to end up right here getting some more. Will Sibley, as he sets up a cradle here against Fulmer, going to end up taking him over, struggling to get it, but finally gets it locked up in position. He scores some back points right here against Fulmer. Sibley will come away with a win. However, for Bradley Central's standpoint, it was just a decision. They were hoping again for either a major or technical fall right here. So, even though Cleveland losing this match, getting what they want out of it, and Bradley, though, now starting to make somewhat of a comeback, as the team score now, after that decision of 7-1, Sibley over Fulmer, is Cleveland 19, Bradley 11. So a lot of work yet to do for the Bears, as the Cleveland Blue Raiders putting up a great fight. On to the heavyweight match now between Sean Grady of Bradley Central versus Eric Chartier of Cleveland. And again, Bradley expecting some bonus points at this match right here, as Chartier, now he takes top right here after a scoreless first period. Grady would escape, and he would pick up one right there. So Sean Grady, the number 2 ranked heavy in the state, is going against Eric Chartier. Chartier trying not to give up extra bonus points in the match, so wanting just a decision for Cleveland. And Grady right here doing some work, ends up getting a takedown right here. Understand Alan Jones was helping Chartier get ready for this match. Did a good job, because Alan Jones, former heavyweight for Cleveland right there, helped Chartier to end up getting into a decision situation rather than giving up a pin here. They faced in the Bradley Invitational. Grady came away with a pin. Right here, though, Grady just with a decision with Chartier, and he is going to try to get another takedown right here. No, they ended up saying, nope, no more takedowns for you. Chartier hangs in there, and you saw the reaction of the Cleveland wrestlers in the background as they were excited with just a 5-1 decision from Bradley Central's Sean Grady over Eric Chartier. Team score now after that heavyweight match. Cleveland still leading 19-14. So an uphill climb for the Bears, and the Raiders doing outstanding. The 103-pound match featured one of the state's top wrestlers, Hunter Randolph from Bradley Central versus Kyle Cronin of Cleveland. Bradley expected to pick up a pin right here at this weight, as Hunter Randolph, I believe, ranked number 2 at this time, and he would go right after Kyle Cronin of Cleveland. End up getting 2 points right off the gun right there. Randolph spending a lot of this match having his opponent cradled and to his back. Now the crowd starts to get into some of these, thinking the official maybe is missing a few things. They thought they had a pin early in the first, and not awarded by the official, and usually the official is right. However, the Bradley Central fans and the Cleveland fans at this point anticipating the thriller that this was going to end up being, knowing every point counted. As you can see, Randolph a lot of times having that cradle locked up, and Bradley Central fans asking for the pin. The Cleveland wrestlers in the background, you can see exhorting their wrestler just not to give up the pin. Every point very meaningful at this time, so a technical fall with 5. Very important, even though it doesn't seem like that much, rather than the 6 given for a pin. Majors, there's 4 points given and a decision 3. So when we talk about bonus points on this match, that's what we're talking about. So a wrestler that does not get pinned that's expected to is doing his job, and actually a win for that team, even though he may not win his individual match. However, Randolph, the pressure was relentless right here, as Hunter Randolph kept locking up the cradle and kept getting him to his back. There it is again. He's going to get Cronin over, and eventually Randolph would end up with the stick for Bradley Central, but as you can see, he had to work hard for it. And you'll see him again now locking in the cradle, trying to finish here, trying to give Bradley the 6 they need, as at this point, Bradley Central down with another critical match to come at 125 and 135. Both those matches people thought were going to be close. Randolph now is going to lock up, I believe, the finishing move right here that it's going to take to get the 6 for Bradley, needing it badly, and Kyle Cronin doing a great job getting late in the second period in this match with Hunter Randolph, because he was expected to pin and be pinned quick. So again, Cleveland, and even in a losing cause, showing lots of fight right here, as they, at this time, the number 3 ranked team in the state, trying to beat the number 1 ranked Bradley Central, leading, but right here, Randolph with a big pin, puts Bradley ahead for the first time in a while, as Bradley now leads 20-19, thanks to the Randolph pin over Cronin. The 112-pound match featured one of the state's outstanding, most dominant wrestlers at his weight class, and that would be Danny Coleman of Cleveland. He would take on Bradley Central's Tanner Johnson. Coleman right there, 2-time, 3-time state finalist, state champion, and a couple second places. This kid is good. He takes it to Tanner Johnson right off the bat. Tanner Johnson, a sophomore, Coleman, a senior. Johnson putting up a great fight, but this is one of the state's best in his class and in the entire state wrestling altogether. Danny Coleman releases Johnson right there, going to try to end up getting a pin. Cleveland needed and expected 6 right here, as Bradley just now, as we mentioned in the match before, took a 20-19 lead. Cleveland expecting 6 and taken back over the lead here at this point with Danny Coleman. As you'll see as the match goes on, Coleman does start to wear Tanner Johnson down, and Coleman right here is going to just make Johnson go to his back whether he wants to or not. He's going to try to lock up a cradle right here. He gets it tight, and going to score with it here momentarily. Doing the scissor split right there, get the knees apart so he can turn him. And here it is, Danny Coleman of Cleveland doing what he was supposed to do, his job in this match, which is get 6 for the Blue Raiders. And you'll see momentarily he will get his 6 points as Danny Coleman has Tanner Johnson right where he wants him in a cradle. Johnson survived that flurry right there, but Coleman once again, Johnson took top starting the next period. Coleman's going to end up getting the reversal right here, and then he's just going to take him straight to his back with a wrist and a half right here. Going to end up with the pin. So Danny Coleman, the class of 112 pounds in the state of Tennessee right there with a big pin over Tanner Johnson of Bradley. So that would change it again. The momentum swinging back and forth. The score at this point off of the pin from Cleveland's Coleman is now Cleveland back in front 25-20, and there are the 19, 25, and 30 and 35 pound match to go. So with just 4 left, Cleveland regains the lead. Your 119-pound match featured 2 freshmen, David Mang from Bradley Central. Even though just a freshman, ranked 5th in the state, this is Josh Jatterboosing right here for Cleveland. As Mang would put on a takedown clinic right here. Bradley wanting some extra points with Mang, as you see right there. Nice little trip right there as he does a drag jab trip is the name of the move right there. He executes it very well. Then he starts cutting his opponent from Cleveland so he can end up getting his takedowns. And nice low single right there. Going to come out the back door with an Iranian. And Mang is young but very good at the 119-pound weight class. Actually, 112-pounder really wrestling that 119 class because he can't beat the guy at 112, but very good wrestler still, even up a weight. Cuts his opponent again. Nice trip again. That's Mang dominating the match right here, getting several takedowns, not being able to score any back points. So right here, staying up on his feet, and he ends up again now, even though the head throw just missed right there by Jatterboosing of Cleveland. However, Mang would end up with the 2 and continuing to cut his opponent right here as David Mang trying to score some extra points for Bradley. So we need more than 8 if you're on the Bradley side. Cleveland, you're trying to keep the differential between the score under 8 as Mang right there with another takedown. So the difference that is 3 team points versus 4 team points. Mang trying to get the differential on his score, more 8 points or more, and he would end up being able to do it. He will cut his opponent a couple times, and David Mang of Bradley Central, the freshman, is going to continue to work on getting his takedowns. Nice quick moves right there. Good finish right here, so he's going to end up with the takedowns he needs. Because Bradley at this point, knowing that they have to have an upset in a couple of matches down the road, as well as ended up getting some extra bonus points right here from Mang. Another single leg. Nice. He comes around. It's going to end up with a finish right here as Mang will end up with another takedown. So basically, putting on a takedown clinic to score his bonus points for the Bradley Central Bears. Much needed points at this point right here as they are trailing in the match. And there's David Mang finishing up another takedown right there. And that is another release and another low single, becoming quite adept at that low single and the trip right there. So Mang building his bonus points. It is going to be a final score of differential of more than the 8 points needed. As you can see, score 16 for Mang, 7 for Jatterboosing. Major decision, so 14 points for Bradley Central. Cleveland, though, still leading 25-24. We just have 3 matches to go, and it is heating up. Here we go with the next one. The key match of the night, if you're a Bradley Central fan right here, 125 pounds, Tanner Withrow of Bradley versus Johnny Ramos of Cleveland. They faced at the Bradley Invitational. Ramos walked away with a 5-0 win. However, that was right away in the first period, and they fought even 0-0 basically for 3/4 of the match. This would be just as exciting. These two went at it, and it went back and forth, and it turned out to be a pivotal match for the Bradley Central Bears. Right here is Ramos. He is going to end up with 2 early points right there as he does get the first takedown and taking an early lead in the match. And I tell you, this one had the crowd swaying back and forth. Cleveland fans were up, and the Bradley fans were up because this thing was the deciding really match in as far as the outcome of this total match would come right here. And that is a escape right there for Withrow. So it is a 2-1 score going into the second period with Ramos in the lead. Right here, Ramos again now looks like he's going to score some points, and he doesn't. And look at him go back and forth. Withrow ending up scoring some critical back points right there as he picks up 2, and he takes the lead now. And this was to be an upset if Bradley Central were to win this match. Johnny Ramos and Tanner Withrow. And these two guys laid it out on the mat, let me tell you. Their guts were on it by the time it was over. And Ramos feeling like he can take him down. We'll cut him right here, and it will put Withrow up 4-2 at this point. Ramos needs a takedown. Bradley again trailing now by 1, 25-24 as far as the team score goes. So very critical right here. Nice little slide by, and he's going to not quite get 2 at the end of the mat right there. So right there was not any points awarded. So, but it's very close to show you how these kids go at it. 4-2, still your score, and this is Ramos now shooting in on the single leg, trying to get the takedown. Would he get it? Look at the fight right here between the two of them. See who's going to end up with the points, and trying to bump him off, and Withrow trying to hold on. And listen to the crowd in the background. Check out the faces right there of the Cleveland wrestling team as they're sitting there thinking, hey, we've got the score right here. And Ramos, nobody had control yet. And as long as Withrow's locked up, there is no points of control. However, he'll have to break right here as Ramos is going to end up getting the 2 right there. So he ends up with 2 points, and it is now a tie wrestling match right here. And again, the winner of this match basically gives his team the best shot they can have to win, because there's just 2 more matches after this. And check this out. Here we go late in the match right here. This is Withrow going to end up getting a reversal right here. Got the Navy trying to pick it up, get that leg lifted up where Ramos either has to expose his back or give up the 2. And there he's just about coming out. There's still no points awarded. You can see the referee. There it is. He gets the 2, and if you look right there, he's close to putting him on his back, but no back points awarded. However, the 2 points is going to be enough for Tanner Withrow. He is going to hang on in a tough match right here. Well-fought, hard-fought match. Referee cautioning right there not to do anything to hurt the neck. As you can see, it's over. And Ramos, obviously devastated on a 5-0 win he earlier had against this man, ends up losing a tight one, and a big one it was, 6-4. Bradley Central's Withrow over Ramos. Decision, 3 team points, putting Bradley now up 27-25. So 2 good matches to come up right here, and we're bringing them to you right now. Speaking of bringing it to you right here, the Cleveland 130-pounder, coach's son, Pete Miller. Pete Miller was going to bring it to Matt Culbertson right here at 130. Pete expected to win this match. It would be a gain for Bradley if they did not give up a pin right here. So Matt Culbertson fighting very, very hard. And this kid, Matt Culbertson, quick story right here, had his leg broken this summer during training while they were running out on the streets. And what happened? He got run over by a car. And here he is now starting for Bradley Central's #1 ranked team in the state. But he's facing a guy right here that's ranked #2 in the state in Cleveland Blue Raiders, Pete Miller. As Pete Miller, you can see, getting the takedown, locking up the cradle over his back, and scoring back points right here against Matt Culbertson. This was expected to be a tech fall or pin for the Blue Raiders. And Pete Miller doing the best he can to stick Matt Culbertson. Lots of fight right here. That's a tough position to get out of. Let me tell you, if you've been hit by a car, you can fight hard enough to get out of a good cradle right there, even on somebody as tough on it as Pete Miller is. But you can see Pete Miller relentless, scoring his points just very quickly. Ends up getting some more back points right there on the cradle. And Pete would non-stop pressure right here as he takes Matt Culbertson again over in the cradle. So pretty tough move right there, but a tough kid. It's getting cradled up right here. A lot more experience by Miller. Of course, as we mentioned, he's Al Miller's son, the coach of the Cleveland Blue Raiders. And Pete Miller proving to be way too much for Matt Culbertson. However, we talked about every single point being important, as you're going to see by the time this match ends. Matt Culbertson, rather than getting pinned there, when he very easily could have said, hey, I'm going to take my stick and get out of here, because a lot of people don't fight off the back like that. Pete Miller, again, scoring the final points right there to get his technical foul. So that would be a 5-point team score for the Cleveland Blue Raiders, and they regain the lead 30-27 over Bradley as Miller 17-1 over Culbertson with a tech foul. Final match coming up. Lots of dramatics. The Raider Dome was rocking right now. As you'll see, both sets of fans on either side were standing for this one. This is Ryan Ensminger versus Jesse Odell. Ensminger, Bradley Odell of Cleveland. A highly anticipated match right here, and lots of fight early on, as you can see. Ensminger ranked third in the state at his weight class. He ends up getting an early takedown and some back points right here against Cleveland's Jesse Odell. But Odell had a lot of fight in him right here, as you'll see coming up. He'll make it interesting for a few minutes anyway as they get going right here. Here is Odell. He is going to end up getting out of a cradle, turning the tables right here on Ensminger, as he will score a takedown right here to make it just a 5-4 match. There was the escape first. Here comes the takedown as Ensminger thought he had himself one. Getting ready to do a little throw right here, and it isn't going to work right there. Odell, there is looks like a score with the throw, but no, Odell ends up turning it into 2 as Cleveland now trails just 5-4. But Ensminger with the head throw and ends up picking up another 2 right there for Bradley Central. Look at the reaction in the background of the Cleveland Raider wrestlers. Everybody standing all over the dome right now, because right now it takes a Bradley win to tie it at 30 with this regular decision. It takes a major decision to win it outright. It would have went to criteria. Bradley would have won it had it tied at 30 and only been a decision. But right now at this point, of course, both wrestlers not really knowing what's needed other than to win the match for their team. A Cleveland win ends up being a win for the Cleveland as a team, and an Ensminger win for Bradley ends up being a Bradley team victory in this hot rivalry right here. And let's remember, these two will face off again in a couple of weeks at Bradley Central in the duels. But Ensminger now starting to take control. He would get 2 here, and he would end up cutting his opponent right there to make sure he's trying to get the major right now. He thinks at this point he has to have a major decision, which is a spread of 8 or more in the differential between his score and his opponent's score. So he starts to cut Odell and then starts scoring takedowns. You can see right here he will wind up with 2 more. And the Cleveland, look at the background there. The Bradley fans are on the right there. You can barely see them jumping up and down and clapping. The Cleveland Raider wrestlers, hands on their heads, going, oh no, what's happening right here? And look at that. Listen to the crowd. Ensminger with a victory, and he's going to end up winning it for the Bradley Central Bears. Raiders 14-5 team score now 31-30. Bears win. And there they are. There's the crowd standing on both sides applauding. Ensminger with a dramatic win to seal it for the Bears. You're going to see him come across great sportsmanship right there. Of course, the Bears with a little more bounce in their step as they pull out a possible upset bid from the Cleveland Blue Raiders. The Raiders had them where they wanted them, but a couple of key matches went the other way. Coach Al Miller, Coach Chad Laxton with the handshake right there. Great respect for each other. Great respect for these 2 programs. Ladies and gentlemen, these are 2 of the top programs in the state year in, year out. There's the Bradley fans, of course, going nuts in the background. Of course, Cleveland a little more despondent on the other side, but very much deserved the chance to win. Either team could have won this quite easily, and both these teams are outstanding. They're going to meet again. It's going to be fun when they do. Right there, you're going to see your final team score.